a good game. That's a good team over there. You guys belong on the ice too. Good effort. You had your chances. Just what was missing tonight? What was that missing piece?
Well, I think a better start for sure. We were slow off the hop, and they had momentum in the first and went up 1-0. And it's against a good team like that. It's tough to come back. So it's credit for the last 40 minutes to our guys because we battled.
You guys, 7 games left now in the regular season. What are some things you would like to see you guys really hone in on as you guys start to inch closer to the postseason here?
Only clean up the little areas, perfect our D zone. I think this last stretch here, where our forecheck's been really good, and building off that, creating chances, and ultimately just finding ways to win. These are big 7 games coming up here for position in the playoffs. So just get it done. That's the mentality.
Do you guys ever find yourself looking ahead to that? I mean, I know you guys are like one game at a time type of mentality, but does it at this point in the season is it hard to do that when you can have some more meaningful games come on the horizon here?
Well, I think one game at a time, it's perfect. Every game's 2 points, and 2 points, up in the standings, or someone is going up on you, right? So, being diligent with, what we need to do every day, whether it's practice or, end games as well. So it's a matter of sticking with it here and trusting in ourselves and going out there every day and, producing, getting better, and getting it done.
Good game tonight for the Birds. Mitchell, not the desired outcome, of course. But having the first place team here and in our barn, as you guys referenced, just 7 to go. You guys look at this. I think the Firebirds looked at this as a litmus test tonight for where you're at as the playoffs near.
There's 2 really good teams going at it. They got up 1-0 and then 2-0, and we found a way to get one there. So. I think with our group, if we play a full 60 minutes, we're a tough team to play against. And today we just didn't have a good start and got behind, and I was happy with our last 40, though. Everyone good? All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Jagger, the general consensus was maybe a slower start, better final 40, even a good final 20. Just what was missing tonight from the overall game?
Yeah, I think, like you said, it's completely right that we just didn't get to the start that we wanted to. I mean, I think the last two periods, especially the last 20 minutes, we played a good game, quick-paced game. I think just off the start, it's just simple things like going through guys that slow them down. They're a fast team over there, so as much as you can, you put them up against the wall and make them lose their speed.
For you personally, you had a good weekend in Chicago, starting to put up some more points. Is the game just slowing down, maybe getting a little healthier? Just how are you feeling overall?
Yeah, I think it was. I think it just as the season go by, it's just you get more comfortable, and I think it's getting close to playoff time, so it's time for guys to step up and ramp up their game and be ready for playoffs. And I just want to be one of those guys. Playing with Beersy and Mizey definitely is a factor in that as well. They're both players that can make plays, so you enjoy being a winger alongside them.
Jagger, your first year in the American Hockey League, how do you kind of juggle finishing out the regular season strong while also surely anticipating what could be, an exciting playoff opportunity for you guys as a team? I imagine it's got to be challenging to take it one game at a time and build up toward, the postseason. But, we're only 7 games away now. Really, just, how do you kind of personally go through that?
Oh, yeah, I think this time of the year is the best time to be a hockey player, whether you're in the AHL or whatever league you're in. I think it's just the most exciting time of the year coming into playoffs, last couple of games of the regular season, but you obviously want to finish on a good note, and that's kind of what these next 7 games mean to us, is just trying to, they said in the room earlier today, it's you want to, we have 8 games left, you want to go on a good streak and get rolling into playoffs, and tonight we had a good effort, but just came up short. Good. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Serge. Appreciate it.
Coach, 2 good teams out there tonight. Had the opportunities, had the chances. Just
Yep.
What do you chalk it up to?
Well, you know what? They're the best defensive team in our league, and they did a good job of just kind of clogging up around the net. But we had some good looks tonight, especially in the second, third period. The game was 1-0. I think we had some good looks on the power play. I think we had 6 scoring chances on the power play tonight, so we just got to bury our chances. But I liked our game as we went along. The first period I wasn't great. I thought we were a little bit. When you come back off the road for a week and a half, usually it's hard coming back into your own building, and we had to kind of push our guys over the finish line a little bit, and they got better as the game went along. But that's a good team over there, a veteran team that skates well and put a lot of pressure on our guys. And once we started to figure out, hey, if you move your feet, you can keep up to them, and we did that after the first period.
What kind of what does it say about your team as they got stronger? Younger team, right? Got stronger as the
Yeah.
game went on and held their own out there, and it's a positive sign at this
It
point.
was good. You know what? We were resilient. I thought, we got down 2-0. There was no panic on the bench. We made a mistake on a breakout on the second goal, and that's hockey. Things happen, and they capitalized on their chances, and we didn't capitalize on ours. And we had a goal disallowed. Obviously, we thought that we tied the game up, but we did have a guy in the crease. So that's the unfortunate thing about the American Hockey League. You just don't have the availability to maybe challenge it if there was something there. And but at the end of the day, you just the one thing I didn't like at the end of the game, we didn't get much under 6-on-5. We had one shot maybe in the 3 minutes, and so for us, that's something we'll have to look at too.
Coach, you mentioned the guy in the crease. Was that, so it was a pretty obvious goalie interference there for you?
Yeah, there was. Yeah. Ferk was standing in the crease there, obviously, and then, maybe the goalie makes the save if he doesn't see the puck or the guy's in his way. But, we had some looks in the second. If you look, I think Beersy had a great look there, and Ferk's had one in the third, all alone with the goaltender. So you have to give Miner credit. He's been pretty good for him this year. I think he's got a .920 save percentage, and their team defends very well around him. And so that's 2 games they've come in here and beat us. We've only scored 1 goal. So playing that team, obviously we don't have all our players, but at the end of the day, you talked about the young kids playing, and that's one thing they did a great job in the Calgary series and the Chicago series. Our young kids are getting that quality ice time, and we're starting to see some that next level of growth out of our group, which is good.
Coach, you've got 7 regular season games left, obviously 1 game at a time here, but what would you like to see from the team as you guys finish out this regular season stretch?
Well, if you look at our team game defensively, it's really taken a step over the last 2 or 3 weeks. There's some of the adjustments that we've made as a team, and we didn't give up a 5-on-5 goal in Calgary in the 2 games in Chicago, and tonight I think we only gave up 13 scoring chances tonight, which is where we want to be going. Hopefully going into the playoffs here, we got to get a few more points to punch our way in. But at the end of the day, we have to be playing that way. If you defend first, the offense will come, which it did in Chicago. And we had our looks tonight. We just didn't finish them.
Coach, not the desired outcome, but I thought you guys played pretty darn well. A lot of positives to take away. Having the first place team in your barn with just now 7 games to go, do you guys, the Firebirds, look at tonight as a litmus for playoff readiness?
Well, you look at our division, it's a tough division. We're going into Henderson here on the weekend. They're playing very well. They're playing hard and heavy. And I think we've lost 5 of 6 against them all year, and they've been very tight games. So that's going to be a great challenge for us going forward. And then we got, I think, San Jose coming in here on Wednesday. So every game down the stretch is going to be tough for us. So we're going to take them one game at a time and focus on the way we want to play going forward. And when we get into, or going forward, once we can clinch, we obviously want to get that next win. That's Friday in Henderson. So we'll focus on that. But we're doing a lot of good things. We're kind of picking up some injuries at the wrong time of the year. We've got some guys banged up again tonight, so we'll see where we are tomorrow and go from there.
Logan Morrison, was he one of those guys?
Yeah,
I
Mo
wasn't sure if he
got
came
hurt
back
in the
or not.
second period, and then Brew got hurt at the end of the game. So we picked up some injuries there, and we'll see how we are tomorrow.
So you had mentioned coming back home, and sometimes it just takes a little bit of time to kind of get going again. Can you speak on that just a little bit? Kind of curious.
Yeah, it's experience. Like, if you look at teams that go on road trips and, when you come home and you get through travel and you get into, it's just always hard to kind of get through that first period. And you watch that in any league, you watch the National Hockey League, American Hockey League, junior hockey. It's always kind of hard to find that traction again with that home, I guess, vibe. And I thought we got back to that in the second period. So I kind of knew coming in. So the pregame speech, the energy in practice yesterday, we're just trying to, we had great energy last week in practice going into the Chicago series. And I just didn't think that what do we call the spirit or that energy, we didn't have a lot of that because we have that 4-hour plane flight coming back, 2-hour time change. And I think it caught us off guard a little bit. So now we're back in the same area. We're going to have that excitement going into Henderson on Friday. Yeah. I don't think it's proven, but I can tell you from my experience, I've seen it a lot. I'm not a scientist. Watch your step here. See you guys next week.